Hello everyone, today I'm taking a look at the top 10 Create Aeronautics airplanes from CreateMod.com, and I will give them a rating based on 4 categories, and then at the end of the video, we'll look at the top 5. These categories are how easy they are to set up, how enjoyable they are to fly, their mod pack compatibility, more mods is worse, and finally, how impressive their builds are. All 10 planes are right here behind me, and I'm not sure I'll be able to get them all flying. I'm gonna guess that space is our power? The wrong power. Where did the world go? I don't know where I am. It's looking a little bit weird because of distant horizons. I don't know. We caught something on the way. Hey, we got power! Although we lost half our wings. There we go. Basically, this is our throttle. Okay, actually, I don't know what this does, because apparently it's not my throttle. Ow. That was not good. That seems safe. Let's get started. The first plane we're going to check out is Trial and Error 2 by Goshva, and this plane uses a diesel generator from the diesel generators mod to power it, and we can actually fuel it with one of these docking connectors. So if we activate this here up top and then we go inside the airplane here, we can flip the switch here, and now it will actually dock the plane like this. We can then crank this hand crank here, and slowly you can see it filling up on the right hand side there. And now that the tank is full, we can go over on this side, flip the switch, we'll disconnect, and our engine is on. And then we can shift right click on this typewriter, and I apologize for the wiggling, it's kind of a tight space. We can see we have Q and E for turning, WASD for up and down and sideways, and space is our throttle. And then I'm gonna try to sit down again, and then we can right click, and now I'm just gonna press space, and we should be going forward on our runway here. Oh, we hit something. Hey, and then we have liftoff. Look at that, we're actually flying. Oh, this is cool. And we can turn. Very nice. Look at this. Very easy to control, very easy to fly, doesn't use a lot of fuel. I like this little plane. That's masterful flying right there. Oh, and then we're gonna come in for a landing here. Oh yeah, I need to let go of the power. What a perfect landing. So Trial and Error MK2 by Goshva gets a 7 out of 10 for setup, 7 out of 10 for flight, 7 out of 10 for mod pack compatibility, because there are a few extra mods like diesel generators needed, and for build impressiveness, I'm giving this a 6 out of 10. Now we're going to take a look at the V22 Osprey by Aureland. This has 3 engines, so I'm just going to give each one charcoal, it has 7 engines, so it has 3 on each propeller and 1 here in the middle. And now we can go inside, and it's fairly open, but I believe we do sit here on the seat, and then we right click. Actually, let's check what the controls are. So we have Q, A, so WASD, Q and E. We have R and F, shift and left control, and space. Okay, this is going to be a little bit complicated, but I think we can make it work. Wait, sorry, I pressed E. I was not expecting E to do that. What about Q? Okay, so these just like turn these. This is so cool. Okay. What a cool helicopter thingy. I mean, it's a helicopter, but it's a plane. So, yeah. The V22 Osprey by Aureland gets a 8 out of 10 for setup, a 6 out of 10 for flight, a 10 out of 10 for mod pack compatibility as it doesn't require any extra mods, and a 7 out of 10 for build impressiveness. Next, we have the Aeronautics plane by Grain. And this one is powered by 5 engines, so I think I'm just going to feed it some charcoal to each one, and that should give us enough fuel to go ahead and test this and give it a good go. Okay, so I've done a little bit of tweaking and debugging, and for some reason when you start this up it's going the wrong way, and you just have to come in here and you just have to switch it if your propellers are rotating the wrong way. Okay, so let's hop in and see how this flies, or doesn't fly. Pretty smooth so far. I like that it's level. That seems promising. Oh, this is beautiful. Let's give it full power, see what happens. Oh, yeah, that feels really powerful. The Aeronautics airplane by Grain gets a 6 out of 10 for setup, a 7 out of 10 for flight, a 9 out of 10 for modpack compatibility as it does require Copycats Plus, and finally a 5 out of 10 for build impressiveness. That was a beautiful landing. Wow. Next, we have a Create Aeronautics airplane by Jonas02, and this airplane has 10 different engines, and I'm once again going to fuel them with some charcoal. Looking at the instructions, it actually tells you that you have to bring your own link controller here. So there wasn't a link controller set up already, so we're going to put down a link typewriter. And basically, I am gonna look at the different redstone signals here, and I'm just gonna guess what kind of signals I need to get all of this running. Unfortunately, I don't think this plane is gonna fly. I did give it like several attempts to get it flying, but yeah, there's like glue missing or something. I'm not sure what it is, but it's not really flyable in its current state. The Create Aeronautics airplane by Jonas T02 gets a 5 out of 10 for setup, a 1 out of 10 for flight because unfortunately it's not flyable for me, but maybe I did something wrong. Sorry about that. Modpack compatibility is an 8 out of 10 because it does require Create Interiors and Create Deco. For build impressiveness, it gets a 5 out of 10. Now, the next airplane we're going to look at is this B2 Spirit Bomber by Somedude. And yes, Somedude is their username. Now, we can just break these red nether bricks here to get inside, and we'll see a cockpit. One cool feature, I think this is able to open this hatch here, and you're supposed to press G, I think. Yeah, okay, it picks up the floor. That's a little bit weird, but yeah, you can open like a hatch to, I don't know, escape from the plane, perhaps. On the description page, there's like a full description because you can control like landing gears. You can have autopilot on for some reason. I don't even know how all this works. We're just going to focus on the controls we need to fly this. So let's see if we can fly this thing. Ooh. Oh, this is hard to fly. It's very confusing. Controls are wonky and everything, so it's really hard to control this, but if you do get it flying, it flies really fast, so it is pretty cool. The B2 Spirit Bomber by Somedude gets a 7 out of 10 for setup, a 4 out of 10 for flight, a 7 out of 10 for modpack compatibility, as it does require Create Deco, Create Copycats Plus, and Create diesel generators. For build impressiveness, it gets a 9 out of 10. Now, next up is this Jumbo Green airplane by Koba, and I've done my best to check that I have like all the mods and everything that I need, but I import the schematic and this is what I get. So it's almost complete, but it looks like the shaft here is broken. So like I thought I would do my best to try to like fix this and get it running, but there is a lot missing. And we'll just pick it up and hold tab to turn it like so. We should be good to go. Oh, wait. There's a thing here. What does this thing do? I'm sure that's not important. And we have liftoff. Hey, look at that. This is actually like really easy to fly once you get going, I feel like. Can I do a loop with this? I feel like I could. Ooh. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's awesome. The Jumbo Green airplane by Koba gets a 5 out of 10 for setup, a 7 out of 10 for flight, a 5 out of 10 for modpack compatibility as it does require Create Interiors, Create Encased, and Create Design and Decor, Copycats Plus, Quark, and Create Prismatic Shine, and it felt like there was still some mods missing perhaps. For build impressiveness, it gets a 7 out of 10. Next up, we have the F-16 Fighting Falcon by Favasharound. And this one has 8 engines, I believe. And then I don't see an assembler here, so we'll have to grab our own assembler. And now that it's assembled, we can go ahead and let's see if it flies. Oh, okay. It didn't have as much lift as I'd hoped there. We could probably try that again. Alright, all steam engines are now superheated, so we can go ahead and get in the cockpit. Alright, let's give it some speed. Whoops, I should have glued that. Oh, we're going much faster now. Okay, so maybe there was something wrong, but it's working much better now. So yeah, maybe you need like blaze cakes. Flies fairly well. It's like, it's really easy to control in the air. Yeah, I do like this. The F-16 Fighting Falcon by Favasharound gets a 6 out of 10 for setup, a 7 out of 10 for flight, a 8 out of 10 for modpack compatibility as it does require Copycats Plus and Create Connected. For build impressiveness, it gets a 7 out of 10. Ow. That was not good. That seems safe. Okay. Now we're going to look at the improved WASD controllable plane by Relaxgineer. Relaxgineer. And this one has 3 engines, I believe. So we can just give this some charcoal like so. We should be able to control it here. If it's not assembled, you can use this assembler here to assemble it. I thought I would be able to right click on the table, but I can't. Yeah, this is not really working. We can't like control the redstone links, and I can't interact with this. So we'll get a linked typewriter instead. And the linked typewriter will be able to like use these controls here. Let's give this some power, I guess. Oh, it's very powerful. Yeah, this is working well. Who knows, this plane might even be a landable at this point. All right, crash landable. The improved WASD controllable plane by Relaxgineer gets a 6 out of 10 on setup, a 7 out of 10 on flight, a 10 out of 10 on modpack compatibility, and a 6 out of 10 on build impressiveness. Now we're going to take a look at this Su-57 fighter jet by Somedude. And to go ahead and start this, we need to put a lever on the clutch right here just to disable any stress from being used as we start this up. And we need to put a cog right here on the fuel pump, put a little engine there and fuel it in order to like get things running. And that should be able to start up our diesel engine. So we'll sit down right here. We can check the controls. There's a lot of controls, WASD, Q and E. I guess we're going to figure out what they all do. So we can see it speeding up now. Yeah, here we go. That's working pretty good. Now we're getting a bit of lag here. Yeah, but it's working fairly well. For the Su-57 fighter jet by Somedude, I gave the setup a 6 out of 10. Flight is a 7 out of 10. Modpack compatibility is an 8 out of 10 because it has diesel generators and Copycats Plus. And for build impressiveness, I gave it an 8 out of 10. Yeah, perfect landing. There we go. Now, the last plane we're going to look at is the C130 Hercules. This has been modified by Thebluetaco and uploaded to createmod.com, but it was originally built by Zytrex and uploaded to Planet Minecraft. And I'm going to go ahead and include a link to both of the schematics in both the description and a pinned comment down below, so you can take a look at either one. Now, to get started with this plane, we just hop up in here. There was a hopper here, but I removed it in order to get into the plane. There's a physics assembler here, so you just need to pull that and everything is ready to go. This uses creative engines, so yeah, you don't actually have to like fuel anything or anything like that. And now we're going to find out if we can actually fly this plane. It's a little bit laggy, but I think it works. Yeah, we're flying. Look at that. Oh, this is not good. More. We need more speed. Come on. More speed. There we go. Oh no, there's a mountain. Oh no. We hit the mountain. I was surprised we were able to get that off the ground. Oh, what a crazy machine. The C130 Hercules by Thebluetaco, based off of a build by Zytrex, gets a 7 out of 10 for setup, a 5 out of 10 for flight, a 8 out of 10 for modpack compatibility as it does require Copycats Plus and diagonal walls. For build impressiveness, it gets a 9 out of 10. Now, for the top 5 Create Aeronautics airplanes. Drumroll, please. Coming in 5th place with 7 points is the F-16 Fighting Falcon by Favasharound. It was a bit hard to get it going, but that may have been due to error on my part. However, once I got it flying, it was really fast and felt nice to fly. We do have a 3-way tie for 2nd place at 7.25 points. The Su-57 by Somedude felt good to fly all around and was really stable once I got it going. The C130 Hercules by Thebluetaco, based off of a build by Zytrex. Well, what can I say? This thing is huge and so incredible. I can't believe it actually flies. But in the end, it is hard to fly, and for that it did lose some points. And last but not least, we have the improved WASD airplane by Relaxgineer, which felt really good to fly, but the mod compatibility really put it at the top of the list. And finally, in 1st place, the V22 Osprey by Aureland. This airplane wasn't great at flying, but it was fun. Easy to set up, and I was impressed by the build. It's a really cool build, and I'm super happy that I included it as it sparked some ideas. Well, what do you think? Do you agree with my top 5, or would you have rated them differently? Drop a comment down below and maybe help me figure out what I should look at next. Thanks for watching, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.